Hi guys, today I'm going to discuss or explain actually two apps. So this episode will be a little bit longer, the app explanation or app explained. I'm getting the website set up right now for appexplained.com. I'm currently also putting this on a few other websites. This is going to be about weather apps, like I said. One of the apps is going to be called 1Weather. The other one is called Dark Sky. I actually use both of them. So here we go. So 1Weather is the first one I'm going to discuss. And when it first pops up, it gives you a little weather fact every time. You can actually turn that off just by tapping on Always Display Launch. I kind of like to read them, so I leave it on. Alright, so it shows current city I'm in Sulphur, Louisiana. Yes, it's pretty hot. 91 degrees, but with the humidity and heat index, it feels like 102. So it's a pretty neat app that shows that it's a clear sky right now and the sun's out. It shows the temperature, that's the high and that's the low for the day. It shows the wind, obviously, and all these other things here. And then it's going to show you Friday, Saturday, and Sunday along that bottom part, which is pretty neat. You scroll over to the side and you can see 3, 4, 5, 6 p.m. here at the bottom where I'm circling. So that shows you a few hours ahead. And then the center one shows you noon, evening, night, and then morning. And then that's the one we were originally on here, where it shows the next few days. So that's just the initial screen that pops up. Then we have this screen, which shows you more hourly. It says that there's a 40% chance of thunderstorms right now, but it's not really no thunderstorms right now, otherwise you'd be hearing it on the audio probably. You can go all the way down to I think it was like 24 hours ahead of time. So no, it's actually 2 days. Alright, so scroll on down there and you can see, obviously that's not going to be very accurate that far ahead of time. Usually it's pretty accurate for the next 2 to 3 days. Sometimes not quite in Louisiana, but it's pretty hard to predict the weather in Louisiana. It's always changing. Along the top here you can just click detailed and it'll show you the noon, evening, night for the next few days. Extended forecast will give you 10 days ahead of time. And actually give you a little readout. You see today's overnight 75 degrees and thunderstorms with a 40% chance of precipitation. And then Friday is thunderstorms and 75 degrees with a 40% chance of precipitation early. Overnight 75 degrees and thunderstorms with a 40% chance of precipitation. I'm not going to read the rest of them. It's taking too long. The 12-week actually is a video. I'm not going to play that because it's a video. It's a little longer. If you download the app, you can go ahead and take a look at that. This app's actually free for Android, I know. I'm not sure if it's free for iPhone. I'm running this on actually an older Android tablet. It's the Nexus 7 2013 model, I believe it is. So it'll work on pretty much any device. I clicked along the bottom again. That shows the high and the low, and then it shows the daily again at the hourly. So there's multiple views, and then it has, you click on the little thing that looks kind of like a little map there, and it shows you the radar. It takes a little bit for it to load into that, but if you look down here where I'm circling, you'll see the times change. Now that I move the map, it's going to have to load up again. But anyway, as it's playing, that time will change. It'll go all the way up to every 5 minutes. So it's should run to 2:15. There it goes, ran to 2:15. You can zoom in, zoom out on this. Remember, it's going to take a few seconds to load. The next feature on here that I just clicked on the bottom, the little sun looking thing, it shows you when the sun rises. So the sun came up today at 6:45 and it'll go down today at 7:44. Shows you the moon phase, current moon phase, waning crescent. The moon will come up today at 12:29. Well, it'll come up at midnight. It's going to go down at 2:19 tomorrow. So that's pretty nifty there. And that's the discussion area down here. Sometimes there's not anything in there. There's aviation, previous discussion, just gives you a little bit of information. And then if there's an alert, there will be a little red triangle up here, and you can click on the alert and take a look at that. So that is 1Weather, which is pretty nifty. It's also got an on-screen widget that you can take a look at. Let's go back to my home screen. Here's the widget here. So you put that on your home screen. You can see the information. You can change those few little things there. All right, and when you click on it, it brings everything up. So on to Dark Sky. Dark Sky, I know, is available for both iPhone and Android, although I believe there's the version for Android is free, and then you can pay like a $2 per year for the Pro version or the upgraded version. And I know it's available on iPhone, but I'm not sure what the prices are, everything like that. So this thing shows an approximate address up at the very top. After you open it, it's going to show an approximate address. I'm not going to show you that. It's my address. It's actually got pretty close to the address. There's currently a flood warning for Calcasieu. We have parishes here, so Calcasieu, Louisiana is what it's calling it. Again, it shows you the high and the low up here up top. It's 91 degrees and steady. It says feels like 105 with their humidity. So these two apps are pretty close to each other. They probably get their information from basically the same places. The nifty thing with Dark Sky, which the app I'm showing you right now, is you can see it actually shows you the precipitation that's going to be occurring. You can see it has the precipitation bar, and that shows from now all the way to midnight and to noon. So that was the temperature. The precipitation, the blue is rain, lighter blue is lighter rain, as you can see. It'll show you wind, what the wind's predicted to be throughout the day. It will show you humidity, which ours is usually pretty high. UV index, right now it's pretty high, it's 9. It's going to drop down to 4 because the clouds are supposed to come over. And you can go ahead and pop over to the week, and it's going to show you that, that precipitation type thing. And you can actually press a different day of the week, and it'll bring that precipitation scale up again, which is pretty neat. Shows you sunrise and sunset. A lot of these apps show you sunrise and sunset. There's a map. Globe looks kind of squarish on that one. Whatever. So the neat thing about this one is right now, as you can see my clock in the top right, it's 2:23 currently. And that's where this little bar is down here. That little bar is at 2:23, the bar near the bottom, where it's showing the timeline, basically. And if I hit play, button, and when you're doing stuff like this, there it goes. All right, so you see that little bar? It's scrolling across, and that's showing right now, and then it's actually showing a little while into the future. So it's 2:24. It's showing almost an hour into the future, as it's predicting what's going to happen a little ways into the future. That's pretty neat. And then you can pop on over to alerts. This thing's pretty neat as well. I have some of the alerts turned off, but it will give me, I have what's turned on, a daily summary. So every day at 7:30 a.m. it does this little thing that sounds kind of like one of those rain sticks, sounds like a few little raindrops just for a short moment, and it tells me the forecast for the full day. And then I get severe weather alerts, things like that. And also, what's pretty neat as well is it will alert you when there is precipitation, stuff like that coming into your area. If there's going to be light rain, it'll say light rain starting in your area right now. If the rain is about to stop, it'll say precipitation stopping or light rain stopping in your area right now. So you'll actually know. They call it hyper-local forecast, and it's just a normal little alert. It's not going to do anything crazy on your phone, anything like that. So that's pretty neat. And then you can submit a weather report if you want to. which right now, I guess I can go ahead and submit that it's... Is there anything that says really bright, really hot? No. You go ahead and submit clear. You don't have to do those submissions, but I guess it helps the app out a little bit. So those are the two apps. So one's called 1Weather, one's called Dark Sky, both available for Android and iPhone and other iDevices, like your iPad, things like that. So thanks for listening to another episode of App Explained, and stay tuned for the next one.